Okay, so we are back. Aff The Cuff Season 2, which feels a bit mental to say that, James.
It has been too long. After much demand and too long of a break, we're finally back with Season 2.
I mean, it's not like there's anything that really happened in the break. We just had a quiet one, really, didn't we?
I mean, the last 2 years are a blur, really. But we started this in January 2020, and I think obviously things happened that it didn't really pan out probably the way we wanted it as much, because myself and Jonny couldn't really be together for probably half of it, 10 episodes at
Sounds
least.
like your mum and dad are going through a divorce. We couldn't be together.
They tore us apart.
But no, you're totally right. Like, we wanted to record this podcast in person as a way to like catch up as mates, catch up with you listening. And it just, I mean, we did the whole Zoom thing for a while, right? But it just wasn't the same. Like, being in person and just having a laugh and not having that delay where I'm laughing at a joke that I've made because I thought it was funny, because I'm hilarious, and then 2 minutes later you're laughing, and then we're talking over one another, and it was just a pain in the butt. But anyway,
it never really it was, we done the best we could, but now we are back together, quite literally. If we're actually recording this on our phones as well, because we're going to start showing more videos, so we are actually in person. We're recording ourselves, but let it be known that we're finally looking each other in the eye
once again, and
after all this time.
not through a webcam as well, which I think after the last 2 years in work and you're on mute, I'm fucking done with that. Like, I know. Done with that. But yeah, a lot's happened in 2 years.
Who would have thought we'd still be in the same fucking position?
I know, God, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. But yeah, a global pandemic, clap for carers, like food shortages, supply. I mean, we couldn't get bloody decking for our decking outside. Like, couldn't get wood, couldn't get like composite, couldn't get anything. And just when we thought we were back to normality, Big Putin has to go and put his big foot in it.
Yeah, we won't go too much into that, but yeah, we thought things would be almost back to normal, but we're getting there. COVID-wise, we're getting there. We don't. Definitely. That's probably the last mention of COVID, because we're sick of it. Yeah. Basically, we're sick of it. So, as Jonny said, we are back though. It is season 2. We have quite a lot planned. Probably what we wanted to do in season 1, and actually introduce guests on the podcast.
Because we're sick of the sight of one another.
I'm joking. It's been that long. But I mean, I actually, funnily enough, Jonny, I brought an iPad of stuff to talk about. I know this is Aff The Cuff, but I thought this is stuff we should mention. And it's all to do with you.
Oh, for God's sake.
Jonny got a new job. Jonny got engaged. I stole his thunder there from announcing it. Jonny got a new house. Everything's been happening in this break about Jonny. Jonny got a cat.
Oh, for God's sake, yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot. I mean, I know it is Aff The Cuff, right? But yeah, you could have gave me the heads up, because now I look like a total dick. I don't have anything on you. I actually can't, do you know, it's so funny, like, I actually cannot place in my head the timeline of events of things that happened, because everyone's like way of dating things now was it pre or post COVID? Was that before COVID? Was that pre-pandemic?
Was that 2020 or 2021?
And it's all a blur. But I think we ended season 1 where you got engaged.
I got engaged.
You got a house.
I got a house.
And it's just been very busy. Yeah, no cat, sadly. But
no, it's we're finally back, and it does feel good. I know we've repeated that so many times, but it's good. It's as Jonny said, it's good just to get back in your ears, for us to catch up, for us to just chat shite, maybe bring back some old segments, maybe introduce some new segments, but we just want to be back in your ears.
100%. And it feels good, reunited, and it feels so good. And with that, shall we get to the first feature of episode 1, season 2, Aff The Cuff?
There we go. So, Jonny, top topic was obviously a major part, if anyone remembers season 1. If you don't, please go back and listen to the whole of season 1 back to back. Put us in your ears for, 20 hours or something?
Yeah, it's only 20 episodes you need to catch up on.
Yeah, you're a wee bit behind if you're skipped to season 2, but if you don't know what Top Topic is, we'll maybe fill you in later, but a big part of that was mainly food. Would you agree, Johnny?
100%. It's what we both love to do.
Exactly. I mean, I said I won't describe Top Topic, but basically we ranked top 5 items within a certain category. We had you guys involved, and this time around, with us mentioning that we're going to have guests on it, we are introducing a new segment, Name Pending, that we are going to ask our guests, and it is based around food.
Yeah, because food is like literally when I'm not working, I'm eating. And at the weekends, sometimes we catch up, we do a wee double date. Mm-hmm. Gemma, Kirsten, and the two of us out for some brunch. And I think food is like a common denominator with everyone. Oh. Like, everybody loves food. You've got to eat food to survive. And I think most people like talking about, I mean, maybe I'm talking absolute shit, but most people like talking about food and giving recommendations. But anyway, this feature's not about recommendations. Well, it kind of is, I suppose.
Sort of.
It doesn't really have a title as of yet, but James, tell us a bit about what the feature is. Like, explain it.
Well, actually, before I explain it, what you just said there, everyone loves food. Did you know that a couple of months ago, myself, Gemma, a couple of my friends were out with our plus ones, and my friend Chris Gandy, who we've mentioned on the podcast before,
the Lord of the Rings
claimed that he doesn't care for food. And when I say doesn't care for food, I mean he sees food as fuel and that's it. Whereas, as you mentioned, food is such a good talking point. It's so sociable. You can talk about it. You can go out as we've catch-ups. We can, like, I could talk about it as a passion. I like cooking, etc. Chris said, no, actually, I like to just eat food. The basics that I know, I don't care for it.
So I've not met Chris Gandy in the flesh, right? But I obviously know the name because you've mentioned him before, and I always think of, like, I've never seen Lord of the Rings, believe it or not, right? But Chris Gandy sounds like Gandalf, sounds like Lord of the Rings. But what I'm thinking here
Great
is,
wise man.
If he, well, debatable by what I've heard.
Sorry, Chris.
He sounds like a caveman. He sounds like he's food energy.
I like chili.
Yeah,
I make chili. That's what he said.
What's the matter with that boy?
We were out, I don't know if you, I think you've been, Johnny, Oro and Shawlands, and he said,
By the way, very nice food.
Oh, yeah.
Like, some of the decor's really nice, but some of it's kind of like Las Vegas casino / brothel.
Hashtag tacky in some parts, but yeah.
But lovely food, and I'm sure
lovely food,
staff
exactly.
are nice as well.
And Chris admitted, I don't really care for food. He appreciates food in the sense of, that tastes nice, but he wouldn't then be like, I don't care. Like, I don't care for cooking. Who cares what it's like?
Just there for the decor.
But, exactly. There for that mad virtual undersea
what is that all about? Like, it's strange.
But to the new segment, as I said, Top Topic was a major part about food. This segment around is more based around your ideal cheat day, I should say. Again, name pending, cheat day, full day of eating, and I'm going to paint the scenario for you, Johnny.
Go for it.
You've woke up, you're not hungover, because there's nothing worse than thinking about food sometimes when you are hungover. And I have just handed you an unlimitless credit card. And
unlimitless? Is that a new word?
Unlimitless.
Unlimited. Unlimitless by Ant Deck, the new game show.
But I've handed you this limitless, completely, like, money is no issue card, and I want you to, or I'll give you an example. Paint out your perfect day of eating from breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Oh.
The catch being, apart from the money is no issue, you have to have had the food. So
right, okay.
You can't turn around and say, okay, for dinner, I'm going to fly to Greece, which we're allowing because your money is no issue, but you can't just say, I'm going to go to Greece because I like Greek food.
Yeah.
You have to be like, oh, I'm going to go to Greece and go to this little taverna called
Bobby's
Mykonos.
Bobby's Gyros.
Bobby's Gyros. And you'll get some Bobby Gyros. And
this is just taking a turn for the worst.
But you get the point. So it has to be something you've done. Fullness does not exist. So don't be like, fuck it, I'm going to take it light on lunch. You have to paint your perfect day. You've woke up, you're going for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Dinner can be 3 courses. Dinner can be what you want it. You can go to Vegas or something. Actually, well, maybe I'll start with mine. because I was thinking of this, and I actually asked Gemma, my partner and fiance. I never
I still can't get round to that, and I keep, just before we go on, I keep getting pulled up because when I'm on the radio, which again, if you've not listened to season 1, that's going to make no sense, but I do a bit of radio at the weekend. I often refer to Kirsten as my other half or my girlfriend, and I got a text. I've had texts a couple of times being like, did you not get engaged? Like, is that not your fiance?
I'm the exact same. I agree, because I don't know if it's, obviously we had like the side business, and because Gemma's my business partner, I feel like I just say, oh, my partner Gemma, and it kind of means both, whereas my partner and fiance Gemma, like, nah, it doesn't.
My business partner and lover.
Exactly. Like, I don't. It's not that I'm embarrassed. I feel like the word fiance can sometimes be a bit cringe.
Yeah,
it's just
I think it is.
Partner sums up.
And do you know what I think's actually ruined it? And we're going wildly off topic here, as we always fucking do. But I think what's ruined it is, you know, people on Facebook saying, my fiance, Beyonce, see all this shit, like fiance cards, but with the Beyonce, just nah, in the bin.
Tacky shit.
In the bin. Get in there with Oro. Kidding on. Big love to Oro.
But anyway,
to the feature.
To the unnamed feature that you, as the audience, can help us. Yeah, so as I'll go as I go along, like describing it. But for breakfast, for me, as an example, instead of just, we don't want people to say, oh, I'm going to go to McDonald's, I'm going to go here, like a KFC for lunch, and I'm going to go to Domino's for dinner. Like, that might be a perfect day, but I mean, we want a bit more to it.
You're also not making it to that night because you stroked down with a heart attack.
Exactly.
The grease pouring out you.
But no, for me, because I asked Gemma and she said she would go for a McDonald's, and I was like, oh,
really?
Right, fucking hell, that'd be her best breakfast. If she could go anywhere in the world, as I said, it has to be something you've had.
I mean, would she go to like McDonald's here, or would she be like, right, for breakfast we're going to Spain,
no.
and we're going to McDonald's?
Cambuslang. She would go to Cambuslang McDonald's.
I know that Gemma's listening to this because Gemma is like one of the biggest fans of the podcast, if not the only person that listens, right? Gemma, you need to get out more. Like, I know. This is from me to you, get out more.
She said, well, I mean, I feel like I'm going so off topic, but fuck it, it's been a while. We just like catching up. But she said at McDonald's, and I was like, come on. And she knows it off by heart, though. It's not just, oh, I'll go for a McDonald's breakfast. It's a sausage and egg McMuffin, maybe a double. You've got unlimited money.
Is that the one with cheese? Is it sausage, egg and cheese McMuffin?
Yes. Fucking hell. Do you not go to McDonald's? And that comes with a hash brown. She would get an extra hash brown and potentially an orange juice. But for me, the actual creator of this segment, I'm going to push the boat out. And I don't know if you've ever had a meza in, would I say Denniston Way? If you know where like Scran and stuff is. Or
if anyone that knows me will know how bad my geography is.
Your geography and your movie knowledge and TV knowledge is
shocking
to say the least. But anyway, to get a ball rolling finally on this new segment, for me, I would say, as an example, I would go to Meza. I don't know what it is about it. It was a stacked brioche, sliced brioche toasted with black pudding, poached egg, bacon, chorizo, and it was fucking phenomenal.
Oh my god. Gemma's going for a McDonald's breakfast and you're saying chorizo.
Actually, see if you're not listening to season 1, Gemma had flagged up that, well, not flagged up, but she was re-listening to it. And she was like, oh, Jonny slagged you for being so posh.
You are
in the
posh.
First couple of episodes. I was like, fuck up, no he didn't. I was like, I'm sure we get pointed out for swearing too much. And she's like, no, Jonny said you're posh. And it then flagged the memories of you slagging me for any word that I fucking pronounced wrong.
But
I can't even remember what words it was now, but
I think you are posh. I mean, I don't really want, can I say what school you went to?
Aye.
James went to St Ninians, right?
That's the fucking top dog.
That is the top school. Granted, it's not a private school, right? But it pretty much is a private. It's a free private school.
To be
it's
fair,
an untapped, tax-avoiding public school.
I mean, it's in Giffnock. Yeah. So
by default, you are posh. But A couple of things, right, before we kick off on this.
I've already kicked off.
Well, no. Just before I kick off on my breakfast.
Oh, we're going back and forward.
Yeah, do you want
I was going to build out my whole day. If you've got a breakfast, fuck yeah.
I'm thinking of it as we speak, but just before I get to it, when you're saying about, so Mez, I've never been. I need to try it. What kind of food do they do, by the way? Like, I know you've just said the breakfast, but what kind of restaurant are they? Is that a restaurant? Is that a cafe?
It's a mix of both. We were there like brunch. I mean, it's your standard brunch, like eggs and stuff like that. I think Gemma got some sort of like filled roll, but I don't really know.
She went out for brunch and got a filled roll.
I know,
you
but
really need to have a word with her.
I'll show you a photo and I'll maybe share it on the socials when this episode goes up. It was fucking phenomenal. Oh, really? It's not just a McGee's morning roll with square sausage and potato scone on it. Which,
one bit of bacon.
Yeah, that would be a fucking tasty breakfast, a McGee's morning roll. So
absolutely.
If you've got a breakfast though, please.
I do, but I just wanted to comment on the McDonald's breakfast first, right? McDonald's breakfast, right? I mean, I like it. I think it's all right.
That's nice.
But Kirsten also loves McDonald's breakfast. In fact, Kirsten's whole family love McDonald's breakfast. Like, when our mum and dad lived here, because they live abroad now, again, I said it in season 1, but anyway, they used to be like, oh, do you want to get a McDonald's breakfast on a Saturday morning? Class, and like, I do like it and stuff, right? But it's not the best thing in the world. They bang on about it like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
I suppose in this scenario, if you have unlimited money, it's maybe not the best option, but it does hit different sometimes if you get up and you're early. See, if you're early as well and you wake up and you're like, oh, fuck, I could go to McDonald's break. Because I don't know if it is because it's like nothing's open till 8, 9, 10 sometimes on it at the weekend. Then a McDonald's breakfast is always there. It's there for you. Just if you wake up at 7 o'clock and you're like, fuck, I could go to McDonald's. So I get it, but again, yeah, slag Gemma. Please, everyone just slag Gemma in the comments. Wherever you're listening, I know you can't comment on
She's going to kill us.
Spotify or anything, but we are, I think we had mentioned, we're recording this, so we're going to be putting more videos out on TikTok, Instagram.
Granted, James is going to do all of this.
I'm going to do it all. So,
but okay, so breakfast, if we're going to the segment, right? My breakfast, I think, is going to be, and it's relatively new as a place. I'm not sure if you've been. I think you might have been. It's called Cafe 77 in Paisley.
Is that... No.
They've
right
just
on the corner?
No, so it's up near, like, if you drive past, like, Paisley Grammar, you pass a, like, Cafe Royale, and it's like a little white, kind of, like, rustic-y looking...
It
like,
rings a bell, somehow.
Not rustic. Rustic's the wrong word. Like, kind of,
Have they got another
grungy
place?
They've just opened up another place in Johnston, which used to be the Johnson Coffee Shop, I think. But anyway, they do. So it's. I think it's this guy that runs it, because I see this guy quite a lot in there. Basically, they do a breakfast called a stack, right?
Interesting.
Is it called the Cafe 77 Stack?
Wait, before you get in it, this is what I know I've just said Meza, which is round the corner for me, but you who's travelled probably a lot more than me, are you going here? You're going to Paisley for your breakfast, right?
Start my mum's.
Gemma's going to Cambuslang and you're going to fucking Paisley.
Yeah, well, it's early. I don't like getting early flights.
Good point.
I might go abroad for my lunch.
Good point. Okay.
But anyway, Cafe 77, the stack. So they do a stack and they do a baby stack. The baby stack is one slice of the stack. An actual stack is you get 2 slices with the stack, right?
Nice.
So on the stack it's basically a toasted bit of sourdough bread, square sausage, black pudding, and a poached egg on top. And it is like...
Is that my breakfast?
Oh, is that actually the same thing?
I also just realised I think I said brioche.
Yeah, well, it's not brioche, it's sourdough here.
No, it is. I meant sourdough. I don't know why. Okay. I panicked in the heat of the moment.
It's the poshness out of it. I thought it was brioche.
It was a brioche loaf. They just freshly sliced. But no, sourdough.
But yeah, it sounds pretty similar in terms of like what the breakfast is. I think we've obviously got great minds because we're thinking alike here. But the Cafe 77 stack, you said McDonald's breakfast hits different.
In fairness, I then on now... I mean, this is Aff The Cuff, that things just fucking change, but I now realise that I've probably chose the wrong place, and I would maybe choose a place called, I think it was Joe Dandy's in Shawlands.
You mentioned this to me
and it was
recently.
that was almost the same stack, like the black pudding, square sausage, which if you're not in Scotland, where you at? Where you at?
I hated that video when it was out. If you ain't at the
If you ain't at the I
pool
don't know.
or the lazy river,
Something like the lazy
I think it was the lazy
river,
river.
theme park, pure Siam Park.
fuck you
If you ain't
at?
at Siam Park, where you at? Which did you see Siam Park drain the lazy river?
No.
And it does not exist. It's just blank.
What?
It's just a big snake of concrete that doesn't have water in it now. But mind blown.
Mind blown.
I mean, probably for cleaning purposes. It just.
Aye.
But
I'll let
anyway,
your boy for the pool work.
Joe Dandy's. Oh, I'll let your boy. I've not seen him in a while.
He's good. He's good.
But Joe Dandy's actually I probably maybe put better. Do you know why? And this is probably a weird thing. They have fresh squeezed orange juice.
Oh.
And it was fucking phenomenal.
I'll tell you a story about fresh squeezed orange juice, right? I feel like this is just
Told you we love food.
this podcast is word association. So like we used to go on like a family holiday every year, right? My mum and dad worked really hard and took us away every year, and it was so good. Like, and there was a time where Turkey was like the big hitting holiday. Everyone went to Turkey. Yeah. All these kind of like 5-star resorts right along the beach.
Oh, they had about 10 restaurants in it and everything.
Aye,
like that.
mental. And it was all like all inclusive, and I always remember at the breakfast they done fresh squeezed orange juice, but you had to pay extra for it. And I'd always be like that to my mum. Is it okay if I get a glass of orange juice, right? And it got to the point where I was getting dead gallus, and I just used to sign the wee check myself and give my room number. I ran up a bill of like, I can't remember. Lira's weird because you get change and you'd be like 2,000 lira change and you thought you were minted and the shopkeeper had like given you too much. But I ran up a stupid bill of orange juice one holiday, and I thought my dad was going to kill me.
Fucking worth it though.
But anyway, as if they've not worked hard enough all year to take you on holiday, I've basically spent the equivalent of another.
You spent the whole family budget on fucking orange juice.
You could have got another family holiday.
Sorry,
for
kids. 4. We're not going out in the quad bikes today.
Because Johnny's had
Johnny
50
drank it
glasses
all.
of orange juice.
But I mean, you know what I mean then. Like in that case.
Oh, I'm a big fan.
Are you getting a private jet flown back with orange juice? Like when you're going to Paisley, if you got a chauffeur flying out to Turkey and getting you orange juice to bring back for your breakfast,
why not?
Card is unlimited.
Take my money. Tap, tap, tap.
But right, okay, I feel like we're off to a good start then.
We are. I think this is potentially the longest. Well, I mean, we're only on breakfast. I don't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I have 6 meals every day. We're going to be here a while.
What snacks am I going for as well?
This is us to the end of the episode.
I know, but fuck it, we're catching up to do. But for me, right, if we're going for lunch, then this is where it kind of pushes the boat out. And it wasn't the best, but I just remember being in Zante with like pals and stuff, like the kind of lads holiday. But it was all the school kind of year went. And it was like a club sandwich, and it just I don't know if it was just in holiday, that club sandwich just hits different, and it's just phenomenal.
This is spooky.
You fuck off.
I'm not even joking, right? I was sitting for my lunch not for my lunch, but I mean thinking about what I'm going to say for my lunch meal on this, and I actually was thinking club sandwich as well.
I get like you can get it anywhere, but it's more than nostalgia. Like, I would go to here and I'd go on holiday and I've just kind of went against my point of trying to name the place, but I couldn't even name it. But I don't know, it's just when you're in holiday, the sandwich just hits different. A wee Fanta lemon or something like that.
Fanta lemon, wee packet of Lay's on the side.
Oh, the Lay's as well. Oh, don't get me started.
We dip in the pool on
your
Lay's. What
Lay's are you going for? If you've got a choice.
Do you know, I actually wouldn't go for Lay's.
Oh.
I know, shock horror. I would go for, and I think they do them here now, but they only used to do them abroad, and it was paprika Pringles, which is quite hard to say.
They are phenomenal.
They are so good. Good.
I think they were in our top topic at some point. They're the best Pringles around.
100%. 100%.
That and sour cream.
So what you having to drink with your club sandwich?
A Fanta lemon.
Sorry, Fanta lemon.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm washing that down with a fresh. And maybe, I mean, back then, I wasn't of age, but you could obviously drink like on holiday. But now that I'm a bit older, I can obviously legally drink. So I wouldn't exactly say I like beer with my food, but I don't know if it's on holiday, a beer hits different. See if it's fresh. Out of a bottle though, it can't be a fucking plastic cup from an all-inclusive. a fresh bottle. I mean, we're in Greece, aren't we? In Zante, so what's that? Mythos.
Yeah.
That hits
Do
different.
you know, I was on holiday in Spain a couple of years ago, and they had, so it was like, again, an all-inclusive, and they had, which I didn't like, the plastic beer glasses, right? Not a fan.
It heats
Bogging, right? Yeah, it heats up far too quickly. But on tap, so it was a help yourself, like, kind of like beer thing next to the pool. And they had...
Help yourself.
Yeah, they had going up to the soft drinks, getting a Spranta, a wee bit of Sprite, a wee bit of Fanta, and then making it a pure dirty pint with some Coke in it. But no, they had like a help yourself sort of thing, and there was like a beer tap, but there was also a lemon beer tap.
Lemon
which
beer?
I had never tried before. And in the sun,
That sounds...
it was
almost like a Corona then,
refreshing.
isn't it? Like instead
Yeah.
of lime. Oh, that sounds
And
good.
it was really, really good. Although the only bad thing about it, and the inner Scottish in me screaming, was that it was low alcohol.
Oh, I know. No, you can get, what is it, Radlers and stuff in the shops. I think they're called that. And it's in the low alcohol section. For some reason, yeah.
We wanted to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of the podcast, Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels and have recently launched the ultimate men's hygiene bundle, the Performance Package.
So you can join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this very exclusive offer. You can get 20% off and free worldwide shipping as well with the code 20AFF. That's 20AFF. And you can redeem that discount code at manscaped.com. So the code again, 20AFF at manscaped.com. And if my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls who are already loving Manscaped, which is just mental.
Yes, the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped has arrived, and oh man, it is a game changer. I think we've all been there, lads. A simple below-the-waist trim can sometimes feel like you're defusing a bomb. Trying your best not to cut the wrong wires.
But the Performance Package includes Manscaped's 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0, which features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. And the Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has a 400k LED spotlight for a more precise shave, which is actually very, very handy.
As well as the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Performance Package also includes the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold your goodies.
And their Crop Preserver ball deodorant and Crop Reviver ball toner will change the way that you approach your hygiene routine. And trust me when I say this, fellas, your balls will thank you later.
So it's time to take care of yourself by going to manscaped.com and getting yourself 20% off your order and free shipping with the code 20AFF at manscaped.com. That is code 20AFF at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Radlers are up there, but again, it's
Is
always...
that like hooch?
Somewhat. Hooch is more what, like a Smirnoff type thing, whereas a rat, there was always like a Foster's Light. I'm sure they've done that kind of stuff, but
Foster's Light lemon.
But yeah, to be fair, on holiday though, it does. No
It
matter
was
the
so
alcohol
cold as
volume,
well.
it's just the top notch. So you're going to club sandwich in?
Well, I feel like I don't want to copy you, so I'm going to go for something else, right?
We'll go together. We'll save money.
Right, you go over to Zante, get the club sandwich, bring it back to mine. I'm going to go somewhere and then we'll half it, right?
You head off to Turkey, get that orange juice.
So I'm going to go for my lunch. I'm going to go... Now, they do this restaurant chain in a number of countries, right?
Slagging McDonald's, but you're going for a chain now, right? Okay.
But bear with me. So they do it in America, they do it in Abu Dhabi. I'm going to come back to Abu Dhabi for my dinner, so I'm just going to say I've went to America for this just to shake it up. So, Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, yeah, been there. Yeah.
Have you ever had, they do a Parmesan sandwich?
I must admit, I went to Cheesecake Factory for cheesecake because I'm not a fucking weirdo.
No, but listen, the food is amazing at the
heard,
Cheesecake Factory, right? Because what Kirsten and I tend to do in Abu Dhabi when we go, they've got a Cheesecake Factory in the mall where like Kirsten's mum and dad live, and we have food, and then we also get cheesecake, but we're stuffed and we can't eat it, so we take it home.
A wee doggy bag.
Right, you get a little bag, the wee containers. So anyway, the lunch, I'm going for the Parmesan chicken sandwich. It's like cooked chicken breast, long strips, a bit of pesto and Parmesan. Yeah, there's pesto in it as
Now
well.
we're talking. Okay.
And then Parmesan cheese, and it's all toasted into like a sourdough ciabatta. It comes with chips, but I'm also going to get a side. I have a number 49, a number 12 with extra dip. I'm also going to get a side of the 4 cheese pasta that
Good
they
on
do
you.
in there.
Again, you're not full.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as bad as shit a day as that would be, you can eat as much as you want almost, and you don't feel sick. So
This
good on you.
feature is what we make it, so you can eat as much
This
as you want.
feature is made up.
There is... well, it could be real. We could take
Anyone
my
want to
credit,
sponsor us?
we take my credit card and we'll just pretend that it's free money.
It wasn't us.
Calling up American Express. Somebody's used my card. They've went to the cheesecake. I wouldn't eat there. You wouldn't catch me dead
Doug
in
balls.
there. We've not even got it here. So anyway, I would go for the Parmesan and pesto chicken sandwich with chips and a side of the 4 cheese pasta. Because actually that's what we do. Kirsten and I, she gets the
We half
pasta.
and half?
Yeah. And we half it
Jimmy
up.
style.
And it's so good.
What are you washing it down with?
Well, if you've not had food in the Cheesecake Factory before, they do refillable soft drinks, and I'm just going to be basic and get one of them, but it is the size of your head. I don't know if you've not, the size of the glasses in there, I don't know what it is, right? You've not been to the Cheesecake Factory for food. Do you not say you've only been for cheesecake?
I went for cheesecake. I was still there.
Oh, right, okay. Well, did you get a drink?
Aye.
Yeah, right, okay. So you maybe know then. The glasses, I don't know why they're so big.
Is this America though?
Well,
Abu
yeah.
Dhabi.
The same
In
as the
America,
chain,
aye,
yeah.
everything's just bigger and better,
It's just
isn't it?
ridiculous though. Like, and the wee guys refilling my unlimited refills glass before I'm even a quarter of the way down. Not even had the satisfaction of, I've just finished that big glass of juice. Raging. But anyway, that's my lunch.
I feel that you can never finish the second refilled glass. I mean, that's a lot of juice, but you always get one thinking, oh, I'll demolish this, and you take a wee bit, and you're like, oh, fuck, that was a waste.
Hard to keep tabs on it when they keep filling you up.
True. But moving on then, if you're in America, I'll come meet you because now I'm flying to America.
Holla.
Specifically Vegas.
Right.
And again,
I'm in New York.
You knew, right, well, I'll get a jet over. This is the whole reason it came about, because I had asked Gemma I want to do Top Topic, and then this idea came and I was like, oh, do you know why? Because for me, if this was somehow a real thing, I would love to go back to Vegas, because when myself and Gemma travelled America for a long holiday, and this night in Vegas, my mum had sent me money.
Can I just say, see when you were travelling in America, we worked together at the time, and it was the longest time ever.
Liam became the full-time graphic designer.
I was sat myself, literally when is he fucking back?
This
I was
bastard
so
actually
bored.
does quite a lot of work. Fuck.
I was like, shit, I've been found out. But I was so bored. Anyway.
I forgot we worked together, but yeah.
What? This is how we came about,
No,
James?
at that point.
Oh, right, okay.
At that holiday, but I mean, again, I didn't expect this segment to be going for so long, but it's a good thing. But
Yeah.
and bearing in mind, when we're bringing this back, you know our decisions now. We don't need to talk about it anymore. We're just putting it to one person.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guessed. So, as I say, in Vegas, my mum sent us, I think, as generous as it is, £100 or something like that, or just a bit over, and said, go and get a nice meal. Might have been a bit more because it's expensive. And she says, I want you to go to the Stratosphere, because she'd been, and it's an experience, spinning about, blah, blah, blah. But for some reason we couldn't book it. I'm like, shit, we need to put it to good use. We can't just go out and be like, oh, we went to fucking McDonald's.
We get 10 McDonald's breakfasts.
Exactly. So we were like, where we were staying in Vegas, I don't know if you've ever been or seen photos, there's a mad, the biggest souvenir shop in America or the world or something. And right next to that, we didn't realise at the time when we booked it, but it was the oldest steakhouse in America. I'm like, yeah, fucking beauty. Let's try that. And this place, again, it wasn't possibly the best meal I've ever had, but the whole experience was, no waiter was under 50, really. All 3-piece suits, bow ties on, leather,
Suave.
like leather booths, everything like that. It was gangster material, and it was, as I said, it was a steakhouse, and they made like Caesar salad at your table and stuff like that. I'm like, fuck, that's amazing. And I fell into the trap of not realizing how steaks work in America, and they price it on, would it be the pound, as in like weight?
Yeah. Really? Is that how they do it?
It's something like that. Like they would say this is like $20 per pound. I could be way off because that's probably fucking mad expensive. Like a pound, I might not be, but this steak came and it was like £5 or £6 or something, and it was
A fiver? That's cheap.
it was fucking huge. This thing was bigger than my head.
So was this just for you, or did
This
you
was
share?
just for me because I thought,
Yeah, greedy git.
I seen it and it was, as I said, it was like, I think it was maybe $20 odd, $30 odd, and I was like, it's an alright price, like for a decent steak, you're going to pay for it. This was like 4 or 5 times that price because I didn't fucking read the menu.
Oh shit.
And I had to finish it.
The guy must have been like, look at this big baller, I wonder what he does. Maybe he's famous.
Maybe get a wee cheeky tip. I think we gave fuck all because by that point we blew all our money because I fucked up and I didn't
It's
think
like
I was
Home-
getting such an expensive
Home Alone,
steak.
where they're asking for a tip and he gives them a chewing gum. There you go, mate.
But again, it was the experience, and do you know what it makes it? You've probably experienced this in America. Like, see if people hear a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
We had a group of like older people, like 4 of them, sitting next to us, and as soon as they heard, I think they bought us a drink and stuff. Oh shit! Like, oh my god, you Scottish? Oh, you Scottish?
Get that man a scotch.
Yeah, you like whiskey? You must like whiskey. Like, fuck no. Vodka Coke, please.
Do you know what's funny as well? Because like I remember being on holiday once, not in America. It was one of the holidays that Kirsten and I done, and I met this English guy at the bar. The two of us were just, Kirsten and I were sitting, it was quite late actually. This guy's sitting on his own, steaming, and he was like that, oh, you're Scottish, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like that to the waiter, Mohammed, get this man a whiskey. And I was like, it was too late.
Sean Bean. Winter is coming.
I was like that. I was like, it was
Two
too
priorities.
2 for 1 whiskey ticket. But it was too far in, man. I couldn't actually tell him. I was like, listen, mate, I actually don't like whiskey.
Just because I'm Scottish, mate.
Before I knew it, I was sitting drinking whiskey with this guy, and when I tell you I had the strangest dreams that night, I had 2 whiskies,
that.
and he also got us a raki. You ever heard of raki?
Oh, I had that in Zante. Oh, Jesus.
Disgusting.
Fuck. It's
Absolutely
about 80
disgusting.
80 proof or 90 or something like
And
that.
you like add the water to it, and it goes that cloudy way, and it's all I can't describe it because
It
I
gives
might
you the
be sick.
shivers, doesn't it? Every time I
It's
think
like
about
aniseed,
it,
aniseed, licorice, all of that. Yeah.
not like it.
But anyway, that was it. A night I drank whiskey. But yeah, you're so right. People hear a Scottish accent and are like,
They love
drink.
it. Yeah.
Let's get it.
Yeah, fuck it. They're so, what's the word, like, they're so hospitable.
Oh yeah.
But that's my, I mean, yeah, I'm flying to Vegas just because the experience of being there in almost like a pure gangster film, like everyone's kicking about in 3-piece suits and you're in like this old school, not diner, like low lit kind of place with booths and stuff. I would fly there just for that. So
Yeah.
that's my dinner.
First class as well. Fly.
First class, yeah. Obviously, I would then whatever snacks are on there, pretzels, stuff like that.
Straight in the bag.
Straight in
Take
my
you home.
basket. But yeah, I mean, I threw it to this Gemma to question. Other way, this question to Gemma, and she had said like she would go to the Ho Wong. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Yeah, the whole one.
And she had listed like, oh, I would get this starter, this main course dessert, and I was like, fuck, I've not.
So
even...
just for clarity, for anyone that doesn't know what the Ho Wong is,
it's phenomenal.
the Ho Wong is like a famous Chinese. It's a sit-in Chinese. Do they do takeaway?
Probably. Yeah.
So basically, it's been in Glasgow for like years, and it's always fully booked. They've recently moved because they got bought out of their last place.
We've managed to book it.
Have you booked it? Is that right?
We're going on start of April.
Oh, very
for
nice.
Gemma and her brother's birthday.
Very nice.
But we used to always go like, because our neighbour, their family, their old family house, their neighbour was the brother of the owner. Like,
What a small world.
I think they were in tight, but yeah, it's phenomenal. Have you been?
I've never been actually. I've heard good things, but I've never been.
I mean, it's obviously get bought over. No, it didn't get bought over. They get bought out.
They got
their
bought out.
land
So
and
basically, the building that they were in was getting demolished, and they've moved to new premises, still in Glasgow. But yeah, it's like one of the oldest Chinese restaurants.
Which,
like,
in fairness to Gemma, is a good choice.
Have you been before? I take it, yeah. You've just said you used to go.
A few times, and it's so like they always go and they get the crispy shredded duck, and it is with Gemma's family.
Even wee Seb's mouth's watering. That's my wee kitten, by the way.
You need to get him.
Yeah, I need to get him at some point. Although he won't leave if I bring him in. He'll be biting all the cables.
Biting all these cables. You'd like to see all the cables at our feet right now. An electrician would have a heart attack.
Honestly, see, when we sat down to record, James was like, "Oh, my phone charger," and I was like, "Well, out you come then." He's literally like,
I'm in a recording box almost just now. He's
literally in the corner of my back bedroom, and yeah, he's surrounded. So
I'm in a corner in your back bedroom. Johnny's in another room.
He's in my back bedroom. But yeah, so that's a good choice. The whole Wong. I've never been, so I can't actually, by the rules of this, I can't put it on my thing.
No.
Another one that I would put on if I'd ever been.
You said you were going to Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, I know.
Right.
But another thing I would put on for my dinner if I'd ever been to this restaurant is, I think you pronounce it Nusret, Salt Bay, his restaurant.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I know he's
the experience.
Yeah, I know he's a bit of a dick, right? And people kind of take the piss out of him now, right?
Bills and stuff like that.
Limitless money.
Oh, true.
But I'm never going to go because I'm not like, for starters, I don't have that kind of cash to fling about. And secondly, I just don't know if I could bring myself to pay that much money if I did have it. Do you know what I mean?
I know that way, if you had the money, fair enough, you were buying flights and stuff, but again, unless you've been to these places,
we'll just stay Salt Bay at home, cook a wee Aldi steak and fling the rock salt down your arm. But yeah, so I'm not going to go Nusret, or we'll just call it Salt Bay because I've never been. However, for my dinner, I am going to fly to Abu Dhabi, Old Faithful.
Straight from New York.
Straight from America, yes. I don't know if I specify, but we'll go with New York because I've been there.
Aye, because I said I was going to Vegas and you said I'm in New York.
Oh yeah, you're right. This has been going on for about an hour, this segment, James.
We started this on Tuesday and it's now Wednesday.
So yeah, I'm going to fly first class to Abu Dhabi, pocket all those snacks, we sleeping pyjama kit, straight into the bag, taking that with me because I'm a cheapskate. Nice. And I think for dinner, I'm going to go to, there's a place, and actually, funny story, it's the same place where I proposed to Kirsten in Abu Dhabi. So I proposed outside of a hotel.
Oh, we've not even spoken about this. This is all news, yeah.
I'll tell the story now.
Fuck it.
So I've been planning it for ages, and Kirsten's mum and dad obviously live over in Abu Dhabi. I very strangely bought the ring on Instagram. Which sounds mental, right?
Move.
It sounds mental, but we bought a house off plan. We never saw in a show home, so I was like, can't be that bad, right? I'll just buy a ring off plan without seeing it.
Fuck it.
Splash the cash, and there's no going back. And yeah, I ordered the ring on Instagram through a jeweller's that had been recommended in Dubai called Fergus James. It's a wee Irish guy, I think, that owns it. And a guy, Mike, Scottish Mike, helped me, so shout out Scottish Mike. But yeah, ordered the ring, got it delivered to Kirsten's mum and dad's house. It was a big secret operation. Actually created a fake WhatsApp chat with a fake title and added her mum and dad and her brother into it to try and coordinate it all. So it was a big secret squirrel thing.
That seems a lot of stuff.
Very stressful. Very stressful. And at night, I was doing all my kind of proposal prep at night when she was asleep. So I'd be lying in bed next to her, right? And I lie on the side where our wardrobes are, and it's like mirrored doors. And what I would do is I'd slide the mirror away from my top side of the bed, so that if I'm lying on my side, she can't look at the mirror and see what I'm looking at on my phone, right? I'd thought everything. You'd have thought I was trying to kill somebody and hide the body. So ordered the ring, done it all at night, like literally was going on for yonks, and got to Abu Dhabi. Checked it all out. Kirsten's dad and I got in the car. We drove to the place, so it was the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. Very nice hotel.
Jeez.
And out the front, it has the best view of the Grand Mosque that's in the background. I have a photo on my Instagram. So
very nice.
If you want to see what I'm talking about, at Jonny on air, and you'll see it. But yeah, so we checked out the location. All was good. And then we came back like 2 days later and popped a question. Happy days. And it's
she said yes.
Yeah, she said
yeah.
yeah. And it's funny actually, because before I got into the dinner that I'm choosing here, like, I don't know if you were the same, but I planned to say so much stuff when I got down on one knee,
fucking
right?
panic goes
I was
through.
like, yeah, right, I'll say
Words
this.
do not exist.
I'll say this, and then I'll ask her like this. And literally got down, and I don't know. I'm a big wimp. I just was like tearing up.
No, it takes over, doesn't it?
Oh, man.
You forget everything. You're like, I can't speak.
Yeah, and I was literally just like, and at one point I pretended I was laughing, but I was like, I was nearly, my eyes are watering now. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I just cry at anything. But yeah, literally everything that I planned to say, I didn't say. But anyway, I digress. That is the story of the proposal. The staff were brilliant at the hotel and stuff, and then it ended up, I messaged a guy, Chris Fade, who's like the breakfast show host out there on Virgin Radio Dubai, right? The biggest radio station in the UAE, like biggest breakfast show. The guy's a legend. I actually love the guy. A bit of man crush on him. And I messaged him saying he'd done a feature on the radio when we were driving to scope out the location like a couple of days before. And the feature was like how to take the perfect photo. And I thought, that's so strange.
Nice.
So I messaged him after the proposal saying, I heard your feature. Like, I was on the way to check out where I was going to propose. Cut a long story short, he replied and sent me like a voice note, and I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, Chris Fade has sent me a voice note. And literally was like, that's amazing, brother. Like, congrats. We want to get you on the show. And I was like, shit.
Nice.
So yeah, that was fun as well. We were on Virgin Radio the next morning, just talking
sure
about
you've got
it
a
all.
clip of that.
Yeah, there's a clip I shared it ages ago. I'll maybe dig it out. But anyway, I'm going for my meal at the Ritz Carlton.
Fucking hell, right.
They have,
I'm hungry now.
hungry at that proposal. I'm having a Chris Fade sandwich. They've got like a Asian restaurant right down the.
Oh wait, sorry, are we in the Ritz?
So just in front of the Ritz, it's part of like the complex.
Okay.
So they've got an Asian restaurant called Barfly by Buddha, right? And like, I know you can't have an awful lot of Asian food because you've got a peanut allergy, right? But I'm sure there's a lot of things without peanut. But anyway, the food is sensational. Like, they do, I can't even describe it. Like, they do, so like prawn I don't eat prawn or fish or anything, right? But I had prawn tempura there, and it was the best thing ever. They also do like nice little like spring rolls and stuff. Nice. And then like pad thai sort of like dishes and like everything. Like, I literally don't even know.
Peanuts, basically.
Literally, I don't even know what we ordered there because I just let Kirsten and her mum order it all.
It's the experience, and
yeah,
you're going for just get a lot.
I put my trust in them, and it pays off every time. And I just, anything I pick up and I eat is just chef's kiss.
I'll accept on that basis that you're not going for something specific, but pretty much the menu.
Yeah,
and then always top notch.
Then of course, because we're in the UAE, a bit of shisha follows suit.
Okay.
If my life insurance is listening, I don't smoke.
Not shisha does not. It was joking. It's fictional.
Yeah, I just draw pictures of shisha and colour them in.
But what a way to end your day, though.
Yeah, so good.
We'll probably stay out there.
Couple of drinks.
The flight the next morning.
Yeah.
There's no point flying home that night.
Exactly. We'll stay at the Ritz.
Exactly.
Stay at the Ritz.
You can fucking pay for it.
Yeah. Midnight, just before midnight, get up and have a wee snack in one of the other restaurants.
Exactly.
Max this whole day out.
Exactly. You've got 24 hours. Use it.
Yeah. Use it wisely.
But that's the new segment though, Jonny.
100%. I actually really enjoyed that. I thought that was quite good. I thought, like, when James told me about this, I thought, well, this is going to last a total of 5 minutes.
Exactly. Like, that's
we are at something like 45 minutes or something like that into the podcast.
That's what I didn't want people, like, that's why I wanted to do this as an example, so that any guests that we do have on, we can be like, oh, this is an example of what we've done, and kind of think about it. Like, as much as it's Aff The Cuff, and for us just now, like, everything's new to us, like what Jonny's saying, I don't know what he's going to say, and it will be the same for a guest. We don't know what they're going to say, but we kind of want to give them a heads up to be like, listen, don't just come at us with this. There needs to be a bit,
or come on and go,
there needs to be a bit of substance.
I'm not sure.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, put on the spot, because you've heard me, so you're sitting listening to an answer, and it's maybe flagging an idea for you.
Yeah, because I feel like you've totally inspired my whole day of eating here. Because like you went for
flying
Chinese,
all over the world.
You went for Chinese. Well, actually, our breakfasts were very similar. Your Chinese is
We
kind
were
of
catching
similar to
afternoon
like,
flights.
yeah, like it's mad.
But that's the new segment. So
working title right now. Or what are we? We were trying to think of a name for this. I
full
was
day of
thinking
eating, cheat day.
superior scran.
My
So basically, it's like your cheat day. What you like the best day ever, food wise? What would you have? We need some ideas for a title.
Throw us some names,
because we'll maybe make a wee jingle for it or something like that in future. But if you've got an idea as to what we can call this, God, if you're still bloody listening at this point in the podcast, then slide into the DMs. We're Aff The Cuff on socials, like slide into Insta or something like that.
Yeah,
and
get us on Insta.
give us a shout. But no, I enjoyed that. Very well thought out.
you.
Only
Thank
took
you.
you 2 years to think of that.
Exactly. No, thank you. Hopefully, any guests have some good answers. And I think I probably mentioned it, when you're listening, if you've got any answers, like fire into our DMs with even a voice note if you want to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
We can play it. We've had that before, some like interactions where we've played your voice notes for, what was it, like Chant the Rant and
Top topic even as
topics and stuff. So if you've got anything different, or you agree or disagree with us, maybe want to change it up a wee bit, let us know where you're flying to, and we'll meet you there because we're out for the day. We've got 24 hours, so we're going across the world. But yeah.
So there we go. It was meant to just be a quick, silly little feature, and it ran up for the whole episode, but it was good fun. Before we start to round up and give you a bit of a flavour as to what's coming up in the next couple of episodes, I wanted to throw back to one of our old features from the first series, right? And it is one of my favourites, Chant Your Rant.
Oh, that is a good one. I love Chant the Rant.
So, right, my rant, I need to get this off my chest. So, people have been talking about this for, a couple of months now, I think. And I mean, I'm guilty of it as well. I have spoken about this. It is the online phenomenon that has taken the world by storm.
Drum roll, please.
Turned now completely mental, bought over by the New York Times. I'm talking about Wordle.
Oh.
And I introduced you, I think.
You only introduced me
to Wordle.
Like, in fairness, like, I'll let you rant because I don't know what you're ranting about. I actually quite like it, but I had seen it on like live on TikTok, and I kept scrolling. I'm like, what the fuck is this that everyone keeps doing? And you introduced me to it, and I'll rant that I'm annoyed that you introduced me to it because now I can't fucking stop. I mean, you only do it once a day, but still, it's like, oh fuck, Wordle. Ooh.
Side note: some really strange TikTok lives of people like popping like these wee fidget boards and like random things like opening clams and stuff. It's strange.
That's another rant on its own. Weird TikTok lives. Fuck that.
But no, the rant I want to do about Wordle, right? I love Wordle. I think it's a good game. A wee brain teaser.
Reminds me going if you're doing it in the morning.
Reminds me of my Nintendo DS. Was it DS days? Was it Nintendo DS? Remember the Wii Games console used to flip up and you had the pen? And they had the word, was it the brain? What was that called?
Brain teaser thing.
It was like a brain game. I think it was called Brain Game. Anyway, kind of like that. If you don't know what Wordle is and you've been living under a rock, basically,
where you at?
I know, if you're not playing Wordle, I'm joking, I hate myself. But basically, Wordle, if you've, I don't know, somehow missed it, it's a daily quiz where you have to guess a word. The word is
5 letter word.
5 letters, and you get 5 or 6 attempts.
6 goes, and it's
basically, basically, if you get a letter correct, then it'll go yellow if it's correct but not in the right place. If it's a correct letter and it's in the right place, it'll go green, and if it's completely wrong, it'll go grey, and you get 6 attempts to answer what the word is. Anyway, I had a streak going for a while, right? I'd got it right so many days in a row. I think my streak was something like 12 or 13 days in a row, right? I was pretty proud of it, considering I got a C for higher English. And the thing that annoys me is, well, there's twofold to this, right? People who spoil it by tweeting it saying, I can't believe today's word was suave. And you're like, what? Why are you doing that? Everybody's playing this
Don't
game.
look at social before you play it. Then.
Yeah, but I always forget, and I do it at night when I'm in bed.
bastard.
I do it just before midnight. Sometimes
Oh,
I'll do
a wee
it.
double whammy.
Yeah, I'll do it at 10 to
Oh.
12, and then I'll do it at a minute past 12, and I've done 2.
But is that giving you, like, if you start one game, will that let you, if you started it at 59, because it obviously refreshes at midnight, will you be able to play that game? Or will it be like, new word, it's hit 12?
Well, I'm not in the user. I'm not in the user testing group for Wordle, but I will find out and
Who knew
report
there
back
was so
to
many
you.
5-letter words?
I know it's mental, innit? But so one part of the rant here is people that ruin it on social media, but the other part, stop fucking posting your Wordle scores. Nobody cares.
Fucking.
Have you seen that TikTok? Nobody cares, mate. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But honestly, like,
Okay.
why?
I'm agreeing because I get it. Yeah, I haven't personally experienced it because I do it like early in the morning. But when I did see it on live, I'm like, fuck off. Like, who's sitting guessing someone's live? Like, try this word. Fucking do it yourself.
Exactly.
Don't try someone else's live. Oh, put cakes in. I've not got an S.
I always start with the same word. I don't know if you're the same. I always start with radio.
Or lemon.
I start
Always works.
lemon, mount, or radio because they've got like a good mix of vowels and consonants. But anyway, that's my rant. Just very quick. Had to get it off my chest.
Okay. No,
it was bugging me.
I don't personally have a rant off the top of my head just now. We usually only do one an episode.
Yeah.
But I'll agree. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I mean, by the time this episode goes out, Wordle could be old news.
I hope so.
No, hopefully it's still going. Otherwise, people are like, fucking get with the times.
Get a bit of peace and quiet
Get
in my
with the New York
timelines.
Times. But I like that, Johnny. I appreciate your rant.
I feel better,
do you
actually.
feel, yeah, that's
I
the
do.
purpose of this chant your rant. Get it off your chest.
Safe
Just let it
space.
out. Yeah. Well, we actually were thinking of that. Not that I wasn't listening. I was listening. I was all there. I was 100% listening. But I thought of another thing that I want to discuss.
Right.
A possible new segment.
Okay.
And with you obviously being on the radio, as you mentioned, and also, big news, Johnny got a new slot on the radio since last time we spoke.
Which is mad, actually, because that was like 2 years ago. So I used to do
Wait,
Sundays.
that's been 2 years?
Since we last... No.
Oh,
so
sorry.
I've been a year on this new slot, but I
I mean, what's the slot? Come on.
Oh, right, okay. So I used to do a Sunday afternoon from 12 till 4 on a station that goes out to Ayrshire called West FM. And now I got moved from that, and I now do Saturday breakfast 6 till 9 in the morning. So early. 4:30 alarm. It's a killer. I actually don't know how people on breakfast radio do that 5 days a week, because it's bad enough one day a week. But I do that on 4 stations in Scotland. If you're in Glasgow, Clyde 1 is that station. If you're in Edinburgh, 4th one, Aberdeen, Northtown 1, and in the Scottish Borders, Radio Borders. So that's me. World domination. Just need 3 more stations and I'm in the whole of Scotland.
Good on
I'm
you.
joking. But it's good fun. Thanks for that. And it's been a year, believe it or not,
Well,
that I've been on that slot.
That the reason for this now is then I was thinking, with you being on the radio, and again, if you're listening in Scotland, I don't know, you might be able to correct me, other channels outside of Scotland if they do it, but in here in Scotland, especially Clyde 1 and stuff, we have the 5k minute. And for those that don't know, the 5k minute is basically, 10 questions in the space of a minute, and you have the chance to win 5k.
Yeah.
Funnily enough. So with that, I'm like, that'd be a good thing to maybe throw at people, quick fire round, maybe not a minute, because I mean, that's a thing that me and Gemma love to do, like answer that. Like we'd never really tend to get it in the morning, so we'll take days of asking each other the questions. So
It's funny how many people actually do that. I've heard of loads of folk doing that, because they used to, I don't know if they still do, they used to post the questions and answers, like the sheet, on social media, so that you could like go and do it at work and stuff. But
well, that's what, like, I don't know if it became a big thing for like if we were going to my sister's and stuff. There was a YouTube channel that was like lockdown quiz, and it was quite good, like to do all these quizzes, like it was like pure mad picture rounds and connection rounds and stuff. But I thought, that'd be a good thing to maybe throw at people of quick, not so much quick fire, like you've got a minute, let's play some music over it, boom, answer these, but also it lets the audience answer questions.
And also, if we have a guest on, it'll put the fear of God in them.
That's what I mean. I know.
Yeah.
That's for the guest. Ask them the question. So,
okay.
I mean,
You've not prepared questions.
I
for
did actually. I forgot about
okay.
it, and I've got Gemma had found a wee iPad, and I thought, oh, brilliant! I'll put something on that in case I forget something. And I thought, fuck, I've got some questions here that I forgot to mention, and I'm glad I have.
Right. Okay.
Because now we can introduce again. This is name pending, Aff The Cuff quiz. There you
go. Really selling it.
The 5 cup. No. I don't know.
Many questions have you got?
I've got 10 questions.
Oh, for God's sake!
Because I couldn't think of it now. I was going through like funny questions and stuff because I wanted it to be a bit funny. It wasn't going to be too tough, like general knowledge, like 5k minute. But see, some websites are just utter shite. And I'm like, fair play to people that do pub quizzes, because where are they getting their questions from? Because I could not find them. Any website I went to, it was the same bunch of shitty questions. So
what you're saying is, when I'm watching The Chase every night, I now need to take note of questions.
Aye.
Because I am a key Chase watcher.
You could, in essence, go back on 5k minutes and we'll just bump their stuff. Oh, fuck it. What would you say?
If my boss is listening, we didn't say that.
No. No,
we
honestly,
made them up ourselves.
We'll make them up, but there's no actual theme to these, to be honest. There's nothing to it, but
okay, well, to round up the episode, then give me my quiz.
Right.
I'll go for it.
So this, again, some are quite funny. Hopefully funny. So, Johnny, do you know, or the question actually is, what is a Rocky Mountain oyster?
A Rocky Mountain oyster?
Yep.
Is it an ice cream? What? Is it?
No.
Oh.
We'll do that. We'll do question and answer rather than going through the lot.
I would have guessed it was an ice cream because you get an oyster, like a shell and the ice cream in the middle. I thought a Rocky Mountain
see why.
oyster was...
No, actually, it's bull testes. That's a Rocky Mountain oyster.
All right.
A Rocky Mountain. Okay. There we go. Learn something new.
Oh, kicked right in the Rocky Mountain oysters.
But it's actually a delicacy.
Oh.
Did you know that? Like,
what,
it's not just what is this? Like, why? That's a weird. Like, it's a food. That's why it's called like oyster, because it's actually edible.
Strange.
Weird enough.
Not
Rocky Mountain. I don't know if that then means it's maybe American or something like that.
Crunchy.
But there we go. That's the kind of questions.
That's what we're up against.
Question 2. What is the collective noun for a group of pandas?
Pandai.
An embarrassment.
Shut up.
An embarrassment of pandas.
Is that
Is
real?
what a collective noun of pandas.
Where did you get these questions?
Again, I scoured the web for the most random questions.
Just went to Ask Jeeves.
But yeah, an embarrassment of pandas is what.
Never heard of it.
A handful.
Do you know,
of
actually, this is embarrassing because I actually applied to be on The Chase.
Well,
because one day I was watching it.
For it then.
One day I was watching it. I was thinking I bloody knew all of them. I could have done that better. But now I'm having second thoughts. But anyway, continue.
Some you won't know. I mean, I'm trying to be kind of funny here, but the UK's Dyslexia Research Trust is based in which British city?
Bristol.
Reading.
Oh.
And do you know why it's Reading?
Sure. Is that actually for real? That is a sick joke. Whoever made that.
I think it's real.
I hope it. Well, I don't.
It was on a
quote. Real, but oh my god, what a sick and twisted person!
I'm going to build a Dyslexia Trust Centre right in the middle of Reading.
And that's one of those words. There's a name for this kind of word, but I actually can't remember what it is.
What it sounds like.
So
it looks like something else.
So it's like read and read. It's spelled the same, there's different.
The English
ways
language
to
is the most fucking confusing.
Anyway, that's a good one.
Okay. What's orange and sounds like a parrot?
Me in an all-inclusive resort in Turkey with my orange juice.
A carrot.
For God's sake, these are like dad jokes. Never mind questions. Oh my god.
This is what we're getting.
Let's end the episode before I.
In Friends, this is like general knowledge. In Friends, the TV series, who plays Rachel's sister? This is where we want the audience to be shouting out now. I know the answer.
I really hope that you listening are shouting out right now, because I have not got a clue.
Really?
Rachel's sister.
Rachel's sister.
Do you mean that like the actual
real
person's real name?
Actress's name.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What is it?
Reese Witherspoon. There's no joke there.
I thought it was wreaths without a spoon.
With a fork. But yeah, there we go. A couple of general knowledge ones in here.
Watch all the 1-star ratings come through on Apple
This is
Podcasts.
This is where it should be probably quick fire. I'm going to put you in a spot. What is the only day of the week with 9 letters in its name?
Saturday?
I don't know if it is, but I've got the answer as Wednesday.
Saturday. Oh no, that's 8.
Yes!
Wednesday. Oh yeah, you're right.
There we go. Quick fire. Which car company makes the Octavia, Superb, and
Skoda.
Fabia? Skoda. Correct.
Skoda.
In cooking, the abbreviation TSP is short for what?
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon. Nice. So if you had that quick enough, you're like, tablespoon. And this one might be good for you, Johnny. Dominic Richard Harrison, born August 1997, is better known as which English singer?
George Ezra? Yeah, it is. George Ezra? No?
Youngblood.
George Oh my god, George Ezra, that's his actual name.
George Ezra!
No, somebody I heard of
So George
recently-
Ezra's just shortened his name from being Dominic Richard Harrison to George Ezra.
Do you know what? Call me George Ezra. No, I heard someone recently who had a really strange name. It's obviously not George Ezra because that is his name. Ignore me. But Youngblood, you're saying?
Youngblood.
Interesting.
Yes. And
Big Dominic.
number 10, final question. Will you be one of my best men?
Well, for real?
For real?
Yes, mate.
Yes, it's a quiz question. What's the answer?
Was this a real feature?
This is a real feature, but I actually put that as a question.
So that's an actual question. Yeah, mate, I'd love to. I'd give you a hug, but we might knock all these mics over and stuff now. But mate, yes, I would.
Yeah.
Oh, you legend.
I've been thinking about it for a while, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to think.
Oh, mate, I'll tear up. Stop recording.
I was like, I'll wait, and I'm going to do it in the podcast just to fucking
You
do it.
swine, by the way.
there
Oh,
you
thanks, mate. I appreciate that. Yes, I
say one of my best men because I'm actually going to have a handful.
Oh, God.
But
The whole St. Ninians crew.
well, we can discuss this off the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a thing I've been thinking about for ages.
yeah.
Actually, when you asked me, oh
yeah.
Johnny, you asked me
I
as
said
well.
that bit as well. Yeah, I also asked James to be my best man. This is hilarious. So basically, what we're saying now is both of our
Is
weddings.
this allowed news?
Yeah, both of our weddings, which are
fuck,
scheduled.
we booked our weddings.
We've both booked weddings, right? So we've got dates. They are basically going to be posters and networking events for Aff The Cuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, we're going to get billboards up.
I was
There's
wondering
going
where
to
that was
be
going.
there's going to be banner stands. The favours are going to be have a drink on us, and it's not going to be James and Gemma or Kirsten and Johnny. It's going to be James and Johnny Aff The Cuff.
Exactly. Hopefully, by
Oh,
that
mate.
point, we'll have tons of sponsors and they'll just fucking
Goodie
kit us out
bags,
each way.
iPhones in the bags, right? You'll find your iPhone 13 in your goodie bag.
Thank you, Apple. There you go.
That's class, mate. No, I appreciate that. And oh yeah, I'm buzzing. What a way to end the podcast,
Exactly.
man.
That's why I was like,
What a way.
oh man, I'll do the quiz. Fuck it.
Imagine it hadn't recorded. We'd be like, right, pretend I
Hey,
haven't
do
told
again,
you.
answer these questions again.
I can't.
A Rocky Mountain oyster.
Bull balls. I'm going to be so cringing watching this back now because not
fuck
only have you got it an audio recording, you've got like video recordings on our phones as well. So, thanks for that. But what
But
a way.
the feature's real.
Yeah,
I actually do
okay.
want to do that. Maybe not the questions. Like,
Maybe not the best man part. That was just for the podcast.
will you be our guest? Okay, thank you.
But what a way to end the first episode of season 2 of Aff The Cuff.
Just a couple of best men.
Absolutely. Best men on the best podcast. Well, we think so anyway. But I am so buzzing that we are back. We're in person.
Oh yeah,
And
that's good.
yeah, I can't wait to get some more episodes recorded, get them under the belt. I don't know, we've not really had a solid plan put down yet. This is Aff The Cuff. We literally make this
it
shit up as we go. We are planning on having some guests. We've not got any guests booked yet, but there will be a guest in the next episode. I'm going to put that pressure on us right now. We will have a guest on the next episode. Who that guest is, we will find out, I suppose. We'll tell you in
It'll be
due
news
course.
to us. They'll come through like Chris Tarrant tonight, Matthew.
Through the
Chris
smoke.
Tarrant, that's not the fucking same guy.
I knew who you meant. I'd have no idea.
Wait, what's his name? Matthew.
Tonight, Matthew. I don't know what his surname is. Matthew,
Chris Tarrant.
somebody out there shouting, "It's Matthew." Such
Chris
and
Tarrant
such.
done Stars on Rise, I'm sure as well. as well as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was his big one. But anyway, we're putting this pressure on. We will get a guest, and we will be back very soon
with season 3.